Hello everyone, my name is Havian, and today I'm going to be playing some more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet. But this time, I'm going to be answering a question that I've been getting a lot. The most important question that I've received for this game. It's a question that existed in Polarization as well. How do you dual wield? I'm going to show you exactly how you dual wield in this game. But first, let's talk. How do you equip sword and gun? That seems to be another question that a lot of people have been asking. So, I'm going to open my menu. I'm going to go to my character. And trust me, this took a long time to unlock. There's a lot of heartache, a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what you need to do to actually get it. But I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. You equip a sword. And then you push triangle. Oh my god. You have gun and sword equipped. It was that hard, man. Like, it took a long time. But I think this unlocks by just playing through the story. Like, you get to a certain point in the story and Kirito just teaches it to you from the looks of things. I haven't even been playing the story for long. I just got up to a point where I thought, okay, I've unlocked enough stuff in the storyline so I can actually start showing you guys things. But I haven't done a lot of the story, so it unlocks, I would say, fairly early, or at least it feels like it's fairly early. But I guess he teaches you how to do it, and then you just push triangle on the menu screen. But it does look like you get auto-assigned a handgun based on whatever sword you've got equipped. And it does feel like the weapons function a little bit differently. But another question that seems to pop up a lot about the gun and sword combo is... Or not even gun and sword combo, just swords in general. Can you deflect bullets? Yes. Yes, you can deflect bullets with your sword, but it is a skill that you use. And for some reason, or at least it seems like, when you're using the skill that deflects bullets, it doesn't seem like you're allowed to use your gun. Or at least on the first level of the bullet deflect skill. Maybe at higher levels of that skill, it'll allow you to use your gun as well. But it does seem like it locks your gun out until that stance is worn off. Because it does last like about 30 seconds or so, and before you need to reactivate it. But the next question is, dual wielding. How do you unlock that? Oh! It's exactly the same. I'm pretty sure you unlock both of these at the same point in the game. You just learn how to dual wield from Kirito, and it allows you to dual wield certain weapon types. From what I can tell, there are certain weapon types that allow it, but there are certain weapons within that type that do not allow dual wielding. Or there's certain weapons that won't let you dual wield them. But you can dual wield handguns, you can dual wield assault rifles, you can dual wield shotguns, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to have fun with. You can dual wield grenade launchers, which I'm pretty sure loads of people are going to have fun messing around with. And you can dual wield submachine guns, which I have equipped right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one of the newer areas. Well, it's not really a new area in the game. It's the area after the very first area that you've already seen. But I'm going to stick to showing you stuff that's already been shown in like preview gameplay or like screenshots that have been released to the public by Bandai Namco. So I don't want to show you anything spoilery, but I want to be showing you things that are already public knowledge, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to the desert area. Let's get inside of there right now. So I'm gonna head to about this point here, and I'm gonna be bringing a party of dual wielders along with Havian. So let's mess around inside this area, and I guess I haven't really shown you much gunplay apart from the first impressions video, so I guess you'll be able to see you'll get a better look at that. But yeah, this is a very interesting area. It's a lot bigger than the previous area was, and it seems like each area is connected by a dungeon as well. So I had to do a dungeon. I had to do a completed dungeon, and then the other side of the dungeon led you into this area. But here we go, dual wielding submachine guns. And then when I switch over, I can use gun and sword as well. With gun and sword, it does feel like your moves change a little bit. Your trigger doesn't swing the blade anymore, but your reload button still swings the blade. But instead of using the usual square button to reload normally, you have to be aiming, and then you have to push the reload button to reload. You can't reload because you can't reload out of aim, because you actually need to use the reload button to swing your blade. But for some reason, you cannot actually do the charge move that you could usually do with just the sword, where you're on your third swing, you'd hold the button down and you start charging. That move doesn't seem to exist anymore. Or at least when you have the gun out as well. But they do trade that off, because you can do almost like a little bit of a teleport slash when you're using a gun. So if you're you can use your gun, you can use the shoot button in the middle of a slash to evade. Along with your normal evade. You can still do your normal evades, you can still do your back steps, you can still do your side steps. But if you're using the gun and sword, you can actually attack with your gun at the same time. So you can kind of mix them up a little bit. So you can go left, right, and back when you're doing that. But let's go and fight some stuff. And you do unlock another move when you have your gun and sword as well. I don't even know what this one's called, but it allows you to like shoot the enemy while like flying towards them at the same time, which is pretty fancy. I've seen Kirito using it quite a bit when I was playing in the beta, but now you can actually use it as your character, at least when you unlock the dual wielding, or the at least when you unlock the ability to attack with both weapons. Alright, so it looks like we've got a named enemy here. Don't want to get too close to him, and I don't want to get too close to the rocket launcher over there. So let me get rid of these ads. Let me get rid of the let me get rid of this rocket launcher, and then we'll focus on killing the named enemy that's hiding around the corner over there. And you will come across, you're going to come across quite a few named enemies as you're going through the game, and you're going to come across a few player type enemies as well. I think there are some players around this area too, but I'm going to see if I can avoid them while I'm fighting the NM, or the named enemy. Alright, let's get some gadgets on quickly. I kind of wish the rest of my party would ignore the other enemies. I mean, I can call them over to me, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably come over when I start fighting the named enemy, or at least I hope so. It's fine though, I've got Havian with me. Alright, let's see if we can find him and pull him over. Get a quick buff on. Oh, there. Oh, he found me. Alright, come on. Let's take him down. It shouldn't be too hard, though. I'm getting buffs from the rest of my party, and the rest of them should be able to help me out. See if I can flank him. Should be paying it. There we go. Nope, he's still got all his attention on me. One thing I've known about this game is you don't want to stand still. Well, then again, that's I guess it's just shooting games in general. You don't really want to keep still, because I mean, it's obvious, it's kind of obvious, but headshots really hurt in this game. I mean, they take a good chunk of your HP and they stun you for about two or so seconds. So you really want to watch out for snipers at the very least, because a good shot to the head would just leave you like totally vulnerable. But we got a drop item from that dude. I'm not entirely sure what his drop item was, but we got one. Okay, there's no PvP enemies over there. But I do remember there being one around the other side of this boat, maybe? Another thing to keep in mind is enemies respawn really quick in this. Like if you leave an area and come back, just expect the enemies to be back like really quick. You don't even have to travel too far away from the area. So sometimes you can like end up being very overwhelmed by all the enemies that are around you. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find any of the PvP type enemies. Sometimes, what I've noticed about those enemies is they don't always show up on the map. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So I guess it's always just up to chance whether or not you're gonna run into some. Sometimes there's gonna be at least one set of them on the map. It just depends where on the map they're gonna be, because they do show up in different places. I've seen them around this boat a few times, but it seems like they're not actually here at the moment. I just gotta make sure I don't get any of these targets on me. No, I don't want to aggro that beast over there. Not just yet. Oh, well, we got him. We got him. Alright, everyone. Let me see if I can get rid of all these ads before he jumps on us. The big boy is coming. He's coming straight for Premiere. This guy's got a lot. He's got a lot of HP compared to some of the other enemies. Okay, while this guy's distracted, I was kind of hoping that while he was distracted, I could run off and start finishing off these guys before they overwhelm everyone. Well, he's taking down Premiere. Let me see if I can just burn him down really quick. Alright, there we go. Wasn't too bad. Alright, let's get rid of all these guys, and then I'm going to show you one of the bosses in the area. Because like in the previous games, you can, when you're out on the field, you can always expect there to be like some sort of big boss that you can go and take down. That guy that was chasing us down, he wasn't really a boss. Like you know what bosses are like in these games. And if you don't know what bosses are like in these games, I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. Let's see if we can get the group to come a little bit closer now. There we go. Let's go take down the Samwem. You know you've aggroed a boss, you've come close to a boss when the boss music like activates for the area you're in. You saw it a little bit earlier when I was fighting the named enemy, but this guy is one of the proper area bosses. Alright, since the group is actually here now, just run in there and actually start fighting these things. Just hope I've got enough ammo for this. I mean, I got 5k ammo, like we should be fine. Just gotta get rid of these ads and then start focusing down the main boss without getting trampled by the dude. But one thing I know about this boss is if you play Monster Hunter, you know all about the roars. In this game, the roars are there as well for some of the monster type enemies. If they scream, then your character gets paralyzed for a bit if you're too close. That scream pretty much right there. If your character is a bit too close to them, then that will paralyze you for a few seconds, and the enemies can actually jump on you while you're stunned. Right, man, it feels like a never-ending like swarm of these things. Will there actually be a chance for me to focus on the boss? Alright, let's set him on fire. Then we're gonna focus. I know his weak point is his chin, so I'm gonna see if I can focus on that. Actually, first we need to stay away from this poison spit. I mean, right now this guy isn't going to be so bad because I've already passed this area and I already have upgraded weapons that are a little bit stronger. So right now this guy's fine. There we go. This is the scream I was talking about, the one that stunned you. Right, let's get rid of these ads quickly. Oh man! Alright, off camera jumped. Alright, I gotta be careful. Gotta try not to get knocked in the air by these things. Might as well just finish burning down the boss rather than going after the ads. His HP is really low anyway. Alright, he's down. Now we can just get rid of the rest of the ads. What did we get as a drop? Alright, we got a few materials and we got something that we can bring back to Agil to get praised. But yeah, that's a little rundown or a little preview of Dual Wield and the desert area. There's still a lot more inside of this area that you can see. The map is actually pretty big. Just for scale of this area, I'll show you the map. So in terms of areas we've been to, we started, since I started the video, I started here and we ran to, so we started here, we ran to here. That's pretty much it. That's the area we've covered on the map, and there's still places on this map I haven't been to yet. But I'm hoping... I mean, there's a lot of enemies on the map. I haven't really done too much exploring because I've only focused on the main storyline because I didn't really want to see too much of the side stuff. I want to save that for when I'm playing the English version properly. But I'm hoping there's a lot of extra stuff that you can do around here. I've come across a few dungeons that are based on the story, but I'm hoping there are some dungeons in this that are not tied to the story and just there for you to find. But yeah, there we go. Dual wielding. That's how you unlock it. Well, it's not really, well, you just play the story to unlock it, but that's how you use it. But if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. If you want to see more, then subscribe. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with everything I'm doing, and follow me on Twitch to see the live streams that I promise they're coming back, don't worry. I'm just making lots of videos. The live streams will be back. Just relax. They're coming back. But until my next video, I will see you all later.